Okay, just a quick video on finding some more complicated percentages without a calculator. First one I'm going to work on is 3% of 20, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build from 1%. So I'm going to start off by finding 1%. To find 1%, you just divide by 100, so 20 divided by 100 gets me 0.2. Again, to divide by 100, you either move the decimal point 2 places to the left, or you move the numbers 2 places to the right, depending on which way you do it. Either way, you're going to get an answer of 0.2. Okay, now what I'm asking myself is, how do I get from 1 up to 3? As I said, we're going to build from 1%. If you have 1% and you want 3%, all you do is you take your 1% and you multiply it by 3. 1 times 3 is 3%. Now I know that 1% is 0.2. So all I need to do is multiply that by 3. And that'll get my answer. Up and down sum, 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 0 is 0, so I get 0.6. And I can apply this method to finding things like 6%. So divide by 100, find 1. Multiply that by 6, that will get me 6%. 7%, same idea. Divide by 100 to find 1%. Multiply 1 by 7, and that would get you 7%. Okay, the next example I'm going to look at is finding 3.5% of 50. So we've got a half percentage in there. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by finding 1%. Dead easy, just dividing by 100. Again, moving the decimal point 2 places to the left, all the numbers 2 places to the right, and we're going to get 0.5. Okay, now what I could do is I could multiply by 3.5. So I could do 0.5 times 3.5, and that's fine. The only thing is you're multiplying decimals together, and sometimes that can be a wee bit more complicated. So I'm just going to take a wee intermediate step and make things a wee bit easier for myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find 3%, and then I'm going to find half of a percent, and I'm just going to add them together to get 3.5%. So again, 3%, nice and easy. I'm just taking the 1 and I'm multiplying it by 3. So I get 0.5 times 3. And that gets me 1.5. Okay, so how do I get half a percent? Well, if you know what 1% is, if you want to go from 1 to a half, you divide by 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that 0.5% is half of 1%. So I'm going to take that 0.5 and then I'm going to divide it by 2. And I'm going to get 0.25. Okay, so to answer the question then, I've got 3%, we know that that's 1.5. I've got half a percent, we know that that's 0.25. 3% add half a percent is 3.5%. So I simply just add those two numbers together. And that gets me 1.75. So to find half a percent, if you need that, all you do is find 1% and then half it.